Muchachos, volvemos a grabar después de 3 semanas de haber prometido la pendejada de hacer la parte 2 de Stanley Parable. Así es, 3 putos semanas. O putas, como se diga. ¿Otra vez? ¿Por qué es la hora? Bueno, 10:22. Si no sé. Y confirmar. ¿Por qué otra vez quiere que pongan la hora? Bueno, ¿qué sabe? ¿Qué sabe? Es un puto juego raro. Un momento. Y si no quiero que, a ver. Si no quiero que. Antes de que se puede decir algo. Oh, no, no, no. Es primero ahora los 2 veces que inicias el juego. ¡Ah! No, no por nada. Entonces este paso, deja el reloj en 12 y sigue adelante. Puedes tomar el limpio confiable y te lo agradezco. Muchas gracias. Ya sé que es peor de ti y te he prestado atención. Si quieres tengo forma de saber si la hora que pusiste es la correcta. ¿Sí lo tienes? Es algo, hagamos un trato, ok. Como compraste la primera que inicia el juego y veas esta pantalla, pon tu hora favorita en el reloj. A ver, como comprar el juego, ves esta pantalla, pon tu hora favorita. Ok, las 11:11 o las 12. Las 11:11. Adelante, elige la hora que quieras, aunque no sea la correcta, lo ganaste. Bien, dejo que lo el videojuego. Recuerden, chicos, hay que poner la hora favorita la siguiente vez. Muy bien, vamos a recorrer lo que hicimos en la primera parte. ¿Qué finales conseguimos? Primero, fue el no hacer ni una mierda y quedarnos encerrados en la oficina. Segundo, salir del lugar. Tercero, fue responder a la llamada de tu esposa, ¿no? O algo así. Se puso todo bien raro el juego y ahí me dio un chingo de miedo. Bueno, vamos a iniciar la partida. Un momento, no hay cargar partida.
This is the story.
Otra vez, ¿no? Welcome back. Un trofeo.
All of
No.
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ok. Hay una cosa que siempre tuve curiosidad y tengo que ver. Es. Ay, yo me estoy perdiendo por dónde era.
When Stanley came to a
No.
set of 2 open
La
doors, this was
derecha.
not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it
Ok.
perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Muy bien. Qué muy interesante. Pasar por aquí y por aquí. Coméntenlo, chicos. Pero estoy muerto de hambre. Obviamente no voy a hacer esa mamá. Voy a ir por donde se me
Stanley
dé
was
cuenta
so
la
tired
gana.
following
Hijos de puta.
directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Muy bien. Lo que tengo interés es caer ahí abajo. Porque hay una puerta abierta. ¿Me puedo agachar? ¡No mames! ¡Ja!
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps
Veo
we've
que mido
gotten
2
off on the
centímetros.
wrong foot here.
Ok.
I'm
Va a
not your
subir.
enemy, really, I'm not.
¿Verdad? No va a
I
subir.
realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's
Ok.
someone you've been
Ok.
neglecting, Stan. What? Really? I
Vamos.
was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your
No, ya me acordé
side.
de
Give me
esto.
a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important.
Es una
Stanley
prueba.
walked through the red door.
Veo que tenía mamá, así que voy a hacerle caso.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley?
Hay 2 puertas.
I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we
Ok.
just
Paro.
stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Ah, ah, ah. Ok, eso es lo que Dios quiera.
What do we want? What
¿Qué
are we
mierda?
looking for?
Ok, se está poniendo muy...
Here.
Ah,
Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
puedo volver. Puedo volver ahí si quiero, pero... puta madre, mis ojos. Mis ojos negros, mis ojos. O sea, au, 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 au. Epilepsia, muchachos, epilepsia. Es peligroso, tengo un tic en el ojo. ¿Me puedo caer? Ah, no puedo. Pero creo que puedo volver, ¿no? Sí, sí puedo volver. Solo si quiero. Vamos a terminar unos 5 segundos más. Unos 5 segunditos más. Listo, se fue. Vámonos.
No, wait. Where are you going?
Bueno, pues vuelvo.
Right. Where were we?
Mentira, adiós, digo tú. Adiós, 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 adiós.
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Tú sí me tienes razón.
Good, good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just
Nah, tú lo que
stay
quieres es hacer
here.
mal, No, no te des malvado.
What did we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here.
Lo que logramos, idiota. Lo que logramos, no necesitas
You heard me
nada.
before, didn't you? You will die.
No me
What about
importa.
this isn't getting through to you?
Tengo otras cosas,
Please,
cosas
no,
que se
Stanley,
quedar
let me
aquí.
stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Nada más que hacer. ¿Puedo abrir una puerta? No, de repente vamos a tirarnos. Ya me cansé de esto.
No!
¡Ah!
Oh, thank
Otra,
God.
otra.
You
Oye, me
lived.
quedé las piernas.
No. What are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this? Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
No.
Oh, God. Is this really how much you dislike my game?
¿Tú juego?
Would you throw
Ah,
yourself
chingón.
from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You were literally
Es que
willing
ya me
to
cansé
kill
de estar
yourself
aquí.
to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the
Bueno.
situation correctly?
De hecho, más o menos, pero... ¡Ah! ¿No puedo
Maybe
morir,
you're
en
just
serio?
getting a kick out of it.
¿No me puedo morir? Ah, no puede ser.
I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours. Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Qué profundo. Qué profundo, tío, qué profundo. Oh.
All of his co-workers
Ah, no,
were
sí, ya.
gone. What could it mean?
Desde
Stanley
que...
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
Muy bien,
memo.
tenemos esta parte, ¿no? Vamos a seguir el normal. Ah, no. Hay otra cosa que tenemos que hacer para ver
When
si al
Stanley
final.
came to a set of two
Vamos a
open
irnos por la
doors, this was
derecha.
not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Bien, vamos a pasar por aquí.
Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
¿Qué entra aquí? Oh, mira, se puso todo negro, no puede ser.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, Well, from here it's left.
No otra puerta,
Oh
así que...
no, no, it's to the right. My mistake. No, 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 no. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Ok.
Now, let's
Qué
see.
gracioso.
We went down right, left,
Derecha,
down,
izquierda, abajo,
left,
izquierda,
right.
derecha.
Yep, okay,
Hacia bien.
okay,
Sí,
yes.
ya lo encontré.
I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Porque el que menciona luces prendidas. Ah!
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, hmm? Okay, from the top.
Muy bien, tienes razón. Ahora hay otro final que quiero
All of his
probar.
co-workers were gone.
Que
What
es.
could it mean?
Cállate una vez de tu puta
Stanley
vida,
decided to
cabrón.
go
Ah,
to
no
the
me dejas
meeting room.
hablar.
Perhaps he
Son
had
como mis
simply missed
amigos
a
que no me dejan
memo.
hablar, negro. Bueno, lo que tenemos que hacer es llegar a lo que hemos hecho la anterior
When
vez. Hacer caso
Wait,
a todas sus.
wait, what?
¿Qué?
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
No.
Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Que muy por la izquierda, porque yo quiero. Yo siento que mareo, yo no por la izquierda. Oh Dios, no puede ser, me va a marear. Ah. Es un laberinto. Ok.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Estaba hundido en un lugar. No, a mí no estaba. Nada, qué robo.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No, ya no hay puertas, ¿en serio?
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything? Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Muy bien. Yo ya no sé. No, ¿qué es esto? ¿Qué es esto? ¿Quién creó esa tontería?
Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
Sí.
Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Hey!
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Nada, que nunca carga. Ah,
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
TM.
Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Bueno, está bien. No hay que quejarme. Ya nos hicimos sufrir mucho a los dos, entonces ya
You
vamos
see,
a...
the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction.
Sí.
Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
Vamos.
Here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not
Lo que
sure
estoy
where I
diciendo
was
en
going
línea.
with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
¿Lo que quieres? No, me he oído, tío. Au. Mis oídos. Mis oídos.
Got the music? Go back and look at that fern. Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
¿Qué hago? ¿Le sigo? Bueno, voy a seguir.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we
Damn
trusted you,
it.
after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Vamos, se reparó.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story?
Ay,
Something
esta
exciting,
cochinada.
daring, mysterious.
Estoy
This all
cansando.
sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Bueno, dale.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm
Esto es
ready
enemigo.
for it.
Sayori. Toki. Ojalá que aparezca, ¿no?
Oh, no, not you again.
No.
Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any
Damn it.
role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
TM. Yo le hago caso a Stanley. Yo le hago caso al narrador, El narrador se ve una persona muy culta. ¿Narrador? No puede ser. No, otra vez. Voy a tener que volver a hacer la misma tontería. De estar girando como idiota. Ya, pues voy a seguir la línea porque no creo que nos quede algo más. Cerramos en la habitación, supongo. ¿Narrador?
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision.
Vamos
From
a hacer
here,
ahora.
the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the
Dios santo, no quería hacer esto.
So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Ah,
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped?
¿Qué?
Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Estaba a punto de mandar una foto a mi amigo y... de nuevo.
All of
Ya.
his co-workers were gone. What could it
Normal,
mean?
normal.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Normal.
Perhaps he had simply missed
Lo
a
que iba a
memo.
pasar ya normal. Ojalá que ya se acabó el final del cronograma. Se acabó el tiempo, así que seguro.
When Stanley came to a set of two
Ya no vuelvo a hacer
doors,
una
he
pendejada.
entered the door on his
Ya vamos a hacer el
left.
puro caso, porque hay otra cosa que también me da interés. Y será el último final, porque se ayudará 20 minutos.
Yet there was not a single person here
La última que
either.
haremos
Feeling a
es
wave
bueno,
of
que está
disbelief,
class,
Stanley decided to go up to his
everyday
boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Dirigente. No. Dice que es esto.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
¿Saben qué? Último final.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk?
No,
All
no, sí
because
es
he
este.
believed every
Fue el último
word
final,
of the
chicas, fue el último
contract.
final.
His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
No.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun. and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want.
¿Fumado?
I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
Oh, Dios, qué
My
tontería
life
es
is normal.
esta.
I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Sí, good. Ah, se cruzó Fortnite, qué bien. Ah, no, joder.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Se murió. De un infarto. Mucha
This
cocaína.
is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Mariela.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
Mariela
She
se despertó.
rose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there,
Tío
staring
santo, ¿qué,
down
qué
at the
rayos?
body.
Ah,
And then she turned and ran.
salió corriendo. Qué mierda. Muy bien, chicos. Ese fue el final de este hermoso video que esperaron 3 semanas. Y veo demasiado apoyo en este. Y demasiado, no les pido mucho, nomás 3 likes, mínimo. Mínimo 3 likes. Máximo 3 likes. Máximo medio 3 likes. Lo que quieran, denme 3 likes. Mínimo. Y les hago la tercera parte buscando más finales extraños de este interesantísimo juego y tan fumado. No sé qué fumado. Bueno, adiós.